Alright, I think we're just continuing with red. Yes, to 55. So we will continue on. Now it's almost Valentine's Day, so we're gonna have a choice pretty soon regarding our boy Manuel. Ooh, new nature club scene, yay. Because of the winter chill outside, today the nature club is meeting in Potsdam's greenhouse. Before today, I didn't know she had one, but it makes sense. Lots of people want fresh flowers or vegetables year-round, or a little space outside to experiment. Some people would say that a greenhouse is unnatural, but nature takes many shapes. What do you see here? Plants. They grow and change. That's nature. There are also insects that feed on the plants, and more insects that eat those insects. And insects that get eaten by the plants. He walks around talking about the Venus flytrap, which captures prey between its leafy jaws, and the pitcher plant, which lures insects to drown in its nectar. The insects dissolve slowly, feeding the plants. To my surprise, these are not otherworld transplants nor exotic imports from faraway jungles, but Native American plants. I forget sometimes how large and diverse this country actually is. Most pitcher plants feed only on insects. Larger pitchers encourage small mammals to crawl inside to drink their nectar. These larger prey do not drown, but they defecate inside the pitcher, feeding the plant. And, of course, there are other world variants that can entrap human-sized prey, holding them in sleep to feed on them. We are not generally allowed to raise those here. I certainly hope there are none of those in this greenhouse. Now, aphids are a common pest sucking at the sap of your greenhouse collection. 1 or 2 wasps can make quick work of pesky greenflies. I see a few club members look nervously overhead, as if expecting a wasp to make a strafing run. Nice. Gardeners commonly bring in ladybugs to breed in the greenhouse and create aphid-hungry larvae. Sometimes the ladybugs get loose. One year, hundreds of them swarmed over a classroom ceiling and stayed for months. That's a lot of ladybugs. Although we don't see very many insects during our visit, by the time we leave the greenhouse, many students are looking rather itchy. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Is there a spell for that? Anti-itch spell? Oh, there goes the flames. Hello, Raven. Good to see you again. Okay, we are going to study with Minnie. And we're going to read about in the greenhouse. Today the Nature Club visited Potsdam's greenhouse and talked about pest management and life cycle balance. Some insects eat plants, some plants eat insects, some insects eat insects. It's a circle of life. Okay, we're approaching Valentine's. And so we're gonna do something kind of interesting. So with Manuel, you have a choice. Not the choice to fail class. You have a choice to, whoops, move your mouse off the screen. You have the choice to either buy him a Valentine, or apparently if you have no money, you can make him one, because he's a crafty boy. I'm sad that you don't have the chance to choose between, what's the word I'm trying to find? You don't have the choice between making him something or buying something right off the bat. I think you have to be broke to have the option too. So I'm going to save. Let's see. Crafty boy. Of course, when you're trying to avoid spoilers, sometimes your thoughts are not clear because you're not quite sure how things are going to work. So we'll try playing, spending all of our money. We didn't win anything. Oh, Almost immediately, someone knocks on my door.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Next week is Valentine's Day. The student council will be selling Valentines on Monday, and I've set the prices for our class to be really cheap. So you can buy them for all your friends instead of just your romances.
How many romances do you think I have?
That's not my job to keep track of. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure people knew it was coming so they could keep some money aside. I'll see you later.
He waves and goes down the hall.
You've never told me this before, though, Manuel, so I'm a little suspicious of your motivations for this. I might be able to buy... Let's try the games arcade. No, not quite enough. Food court? Ah, we can buy a meal. Okay.
The most popular food option here seems to be the huge, greasy slices of pizza served on paper plates. I make my order and sit down to eat with my classmates.
Nice. My stress is decreased. So we have no money. So let's see what happens. I should now have the because I would like to make him a card. I'd also like to write about him a little bit more than I do Franko.
Aside.
Okay, so this would be Valentine's Day. I guess we'll just continue with this. Might need to buy a white magic thing to actually get my final stuff. My final spells.
What am I going to do about Valentine's Day? It's not a large holiday in my country, although it is becoming more popular in recent years. We have heard of it mostly as a celebration for lovers. I understand that Americans also send Valentines to their friends, but I don't know what stands as an acceptable substitute for an official card. A flower might be a gift for someone I was dating, but outside of that I'm not sure. Also, Potsdam might not want me to pick her flowers, although I don't think she'd punish me for it. Manuel enjoys crafts. I should probably make him something. But what and how? I don't have any supplies. There are little squares of colored notepaper on the main desk at the library, aren't there? Maybe I could use some of those. I head to the library and look for Miss Darden. She's sitting behind the desk, but she appears to be asleep. Maybe I should just take a few pieces of paper without bothering her. Suddenly, her eyes open.
Oh, so it is.
So what is? She reaches into one of her pockets and pulls out a little yellow cardboard packet labeled crayons, which she sets atop the loose note paper.
That's what you're looking for. How did you know?
How did you... She closes her eyes again.
Are you Suki's mom, Miss Darden?
Never mind then, I have work to do. I take the crayons and paper and sit down to begin designing.
How did she know? Well, that was worth it, if nothing else. Huh, I say.
Manuel sent me a card with a teddy bear squeezing a big red heart. It's really cute.
Aww, not as cute as Raven's, but that's pretty cute. And on the nose.
I'd better deliver the Valentine I made.
Ooh, hand-delivered.
I head over to Toad Hall and knock on the door.
Oh, hello, Tyrannus. You're looking well.
What? Can you give this to Manuel for me? Fine. He takes my card and shuts the door in my face. Yes, he and Manuel are definitely an odd combination.
I didn't even get to see Manuel. Saw Tyrannus instead. Oh boy, what a grumpy boy. Probably gonna be dateable in a future game, which I'm kind of okay with, in all honesty.
Just as I'm walking back to my room, Manuel pops up in Wolf Hall.
Found you!
Was I missing?
Did you get a lot of Valentines?
Oh, a couple. Yours was very cute. Donald's was funny. How about you?
Well, I got yours and Minnie's and Albert's. I'm happy. The student council is supposed to make people buy Valentines so it counts as a ritual sacrifice, but I like homemade better.
I knew you would. I'm so happy I went with that.
Valentines are more fun when more people give them.
How does your mother feel about Valentines? I remember she complained about the commercialism and waste of Christmas presents.
Linda thinks they're fine as long as nobody's forced to give them, like when I was in kindergarten. They're small, and if someone chose to give it to you, it means something, so you're more likely to keep it. You can put them together in a scrapbook for the future. Well, some people can anyway.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Well, I saw Minnie setting her Valentines on fire.
She burned the Valentine you sent her?
I don't know. I think she was mostly burning all the Valentines her boyfriend sent her.
I guess he wasn't intimidated by you, Manuel.
I'm worried about her. Something's not right.
Well, you know her better than I do.
Maybe I should go help with the fire.
She's burning things right now.
It's a bonfire for tomorrow's ceremony.
Ah, it's something the student council is involved in.
I should probably check that she's okay. Thanks, Franko.
He runs off, although I'm not entirely sure what he was thanking me for.
For your cute little Valentine card, obviously. That you homemade. Well, school-made. No Valentine.
The student council was taking orders for Valentines today, but I had no money available.
Handmade Valentine.
I need to make a Valentine of some sort for Manuel, so I went to the library to get supplies. Miss Darden seemed to know why I was there without being told. Maybe it's a common occurrence this time of year.
Yes. Burning Valentines.
Manuel thanked me for the Valentine I sent him, then worried that Minnie was burning the Valentine she received.
I mean, one wouldn't normally burn Valentines, but there is a special reason for that in this case. Okay, so we need to do... Oh, we already have enough red. I've gone a little bit over. Okay, black, and now we need to start working on white. Get white to 40. If we have enough time. New spell. Now, as we have discussed, black magic can set up effects that will be triggered by events in the future, allowing you to set some nasty little traps. This particular spell is one that you set on a doorway or corridor to protect the room beyond from intruders. If anyone passes through, there's a burst of fire. I won't be demonstrating that just now. Of course, if you detect the trap, then you could go around, or teleport yourself to the other side without walking across. But it might not be wise to trigger it if you're standing close by. Fire trap. Target exit will explode in flames when walked through. Okay. But if you have televoke, you can trigger it wherever you are. Wahaha. Alright. White magic class. Actually doing pretty good. I'm ready. Ah, frog time.
I find myself staring at the bulbous eyes of an unfamiliar creature which is standing back out of reach.
There are no stairs out of this dungeon. The Riparian's goal is to find and claim the silver chalice hidden somewhere in the labyrinth. Your goal is to get there first. Seize the chalice and you pass the test.
As the words fade away, I hear a series of echoing croaks, but I can't make any sense out of them.
Do I have communicate? I do. Grand. Miss Loveland Frog. There you are. Stay right there so I can smooch you. 'Cause I'm flirty like that. Offer a trade.
I will kiss you. 'Cause I'm flirty.
That'll never not be funny. And that means I get extra merits, even though I'm maxed out on merits. Boop, boop. And thankfully, she gave me a hint as to which way to go. Hopefully this is the right way to go. Ah, a gate. Where is my open? There we go. Chalice should be in here somewhere. My goodness, the winding. There you are. Take the cup. There we go.
When I can feel my feet again, I am standing in the school quad and I have to shield my eyes against the sunlight.
Congratulations, Franko! For succeeding in your quest, you receive 5 merits. I didn't expect you to put your personal skills to work.
Well, I wanted to win.
All's fair in love and dungeons. Another 5 merits for my personal amusement. I hope you enjoyed putting your skills into practice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another student to look after.
Looks like I'm finished for the day.
If only I could earn more merits, sad face. I'm just too good at school. Woe is me. Alright. Season of Romance, the other world creatures. Okay. I think we're good. We'll just continue on. Definitely want to take white. May possibly need a sleep. Almost definitely gonna need a sleep. Oh boy. Oh, whoa! All the new background art in this one. I love it.
Today is cold, but mostly sunny, and the Nature Club has decided to go for a walk. Outside of the protected bubble of Iris Academy or the commonly used roads, snow still lies heavily on the ground. The trees remain bare, waiting for a whisper of spring.
Now, while many creatures are sleeping for the winter, others can still be spotted foraging. Likely won't see much but birds. Our feet crunch too loud, but watch for tracks in the snow. Might see the prints of a snowshoe hare or a fox. If we're very lucky, we might catch sight of a fisher cat.
I lean over to whisper to Manuel. What's a fisher cat?
Fishers are sort of like weasels or martens. They eat porcupines.
Porcupines are native here? I hope we spot one.
The most likely encounter would be a deer. Plenty of them around. Oh, hello, Nara.
Or not a deer.
What?
It's when you think you see a deer, but then you realize it's not a deer. The antlers are the wrong shape, and its legs have big muscles and bend in all the wrong ways, and it's just wrong. They can stand up on their hind legs, or shift into human form, but if you see them do it, you'll be cursed and die.
That is a myth. Balthazar looks so unimpressed.
Myths are just stories that people don't understand very well. I found a weird antler once. It might have been from a naughty deer. Manuel murmurs to me so Nara won't overhear.
Deer drop weird antlers all the time. My mother collects the best ones. They're not magical.
I've never heard of a not a deer, but there certainly could be other-world deer folk with magical powers. Or it could be a fancy of Nara's. Unless I see one myself, how would I know? We walk around in the woods for a while, enjoying the cold fresh air, but no monstrous deer make an appearance.
Not a deer or otherwise, thank goodness. That sounds absolutely terrifying. Thought she was talking about moose for a second. I'm like, huh? But no, definitely not a moose. It was not a deer. I would like a vacation to a theme park. Have we not done this before? Maybe we haven't.
I'd like to see one of those big American theme parks with the roller coasters and singing parades.
Moderately risky if you are startled into a magical outburst. Those locations are overly crowded. On the other hand, such crowds are willing to accept many strange occurrences. It might be possible. We can return to this subject later. For some reason I thought I had done that before, and he was like, no. I will not be going on any rides, thank you.
I'm eating a light dinner when Manuel passes by my table.
Hi, Franko.
What is it? Is something wrong?
You smell like Professor Grabner?
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Don't sniff me! Don't sniff out my secrets!
He leans closer, lips twitching, nostrils widening, sniffing at me.
I'm gonna save. I don't want to push him away. Stink. I stink like grabby. I'll bluff my way out of this. Yeah, there we go. Got him.
Can't get enough of my manly scent.
That's not it. Are you in trouble?
What do you mean?
Well, you know Professor Grabner was sick this week.
No, I hadn't heard.
It was only a cold, but Professor Potsdam had me bring some tea and soup to his rooms for him. That's how I know what they smell like. His rooms and the tea he likes. So I know you've been there today.
I suppose there's no hiding from a werewolf's nose.
Is everything okay?
Why is he asking that? What does he think I was doing in there?
Nothing good.
He's breaching my privacy. Or is he? He didn't even ask me why I was there. He only asked if I was all right.
How much do I want to tell this boy? Let's be honest with him. On the romance route. Maybe we'll play things a little closer to the chest on our friendship route? We'll see.
It's fine. Professor Grabner knows my parents, and they asked him to invite me to tea. I don't usually mention it because I don't want people to think I'm getting special treatment. I am getting special treatment, sort of, but not all of it is good.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine, you didn't know. Did you want to sit and eat? I'm almost done with my food, but I can stay for a little while.
Okay.
It's so easy to make him happy. He's a nice kid. Is it fair to call him a kid? We're the same age, more or less. It's mostly his height that makes him seem so young.
And because he's just so cheerful all the time. He's not an angsty teen. He's just a sweet little bean. Unknown creatures.
Today's nature club walk raised some questions. How can I tell whether a fisher cat is any more or less real than a not a deer when I've never heard of either of them before?
Passing the tea.
Manuel's enhanced senses picked up that I had been having tea with Grabner. He asked me if anything was wrong. I told him Grabner was something of a family friend, and he left it at that.
Yeah, it went pretty well, really, all in all. Alright, pancake supper.
And it gives people an excuse to flirt.
Luke's not feeling it this time. Barf. Okay. White magic. Go. Go, go, white magic. Nice. Okay, I gave my pancakes to Barbara. I will play some bingo. I didn't win nothing. So now I'm really far away from my white spells. That's fine, I guess. White, white, white. Sleep white. There we go. Or not. Franko, I'm really not gonna get to my white spells if you keep failing. Goodness. Fire time. Excuse? Oh! Between Donald and Jacob.
Since when did they have a relationship?
Well, funny you should ask. Since I already have sleep planned. Forgot about the fire, drat. I will be ready. I think this is the dwarves one.
I find myself in a dungeon corridor near a hole that leads down out of sight. Clustered in front of the abyss are a group of small creatures with bodies covered in red fur, save for their angry, wrinkled faces.
There are no stairs out of this dungeon. You must accomplish a task in order to succeed. One of the red dwarves has been taken captive. Find and return him safely to his companions. Be warned that magic may prove unreliable.
The voice fades away. So I have to help these dwarves. Will they help me?
Okay. And with that, we're on our way again. I have televoke. Light. And of course, we have silence. Can I teleport you out of there? Nope. He's just not feeling it. Okay. Might as well open the gate with magic. It was still quiet enough. Alright. There we go. Yippee!
When I can feel my feet again, I am standing in the school quad and I have to shield my eyes against the sunlight.
Congratulations, Franko! You returned Croak to his friends. As I'm sure you noticed, Nade's rouges are highly resistant to magic, which can make them targets. For succeeding in your quest, you receive 5 merits. And how clever of you to let sleeping moths lie. It can be easier to avoid a fight than to win one. Have another 5 merits for accomplishing your goal without any injuries. I hope you enjoyed putting your skills into practice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another student to look after.
Looks like I'm finished for the day.
Probably gonna end. I could have ended up with like 100 merits by the end of this run. Study. Anything happened this week? Fire, late notice, noises in the night. Nothing with Manuel this week, but hopefully next time.